Alright, Poison here on the left. Got the UMP-45 with high caps, Scar H CQC with ACOG, Mark 23 with high caps, frags and smokes.
On the right, Acid here, I have the TAR-21 with high caps, the FAMAS with ACOG, Mark 23 with high caps, flashbangs, and frags.
And we got the Mark 23 this time because we're actually going to use a pistol for once at the very beginning. And this is Trainyard, Co-op Terrorist Hunt, Realistic Difficulty.
Put on your silencers. That's the whole point of this thing.
That's why we got the Mark 23, because you can't silence the Desert Eagle.
Even though it's an amazing gun. That's why we use it in every other one of our
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open the door basically at the same time Acid throws the flashbang, and that just gives us the best possible timing on that. So there's no way either of us really get hit doing that. And then we're using the pistol at the beginning, silenced, because we're saving ammo.
Because all the guns that we have here, we don't pick up ammo for. Or at least I don't.
Yeah, I pick up ammo for both of mine, but Acid does not. And rather than risk it, rather than risk running out at all, we're just going to use the pistol at the beginning where it's really easy to. So
yeah, this is a pretty big level, so ammo is very, very important here.
Right. That's why we both have guns with scopes, because there's a lot of really long range work here.
But we also have guns that have very small spread because there's also a lot of really close things.
Alright, so after we clear this first part, Acid's going to move around to the left so we can look over where I just went and make sure there's nobody there, because at the corner of the wall I'm hiding on, I can't see that. So, and if you pop out and there's somebody there, you're dead. So now, I'm looking on the right. Notice I went down that room and checked in there to see if there's anybody. And Acid's watching the middle right now. Now if you look on the left screen where I'm looking, 2 or 3 people will run out of here pretty much every time. So just wait for them. And after those guys, you're pretty much good. And Acid's going to start looking at the left of the trains, and I'm going to look kind of in both the right and the middle.
Yeah, and the whole time he's doing that on the right screen, you want to stay on that one train looking to the far left and the middle, because they spawn randomly in there. So sometimes they'll be there and then they'll just instantly be on the other side.
And once this is clear, I'm going to sprint over here and hide on these boxes, and this is important. I'm going to get 3 quick headshots on these guys. There's one guy straight ahead, one guy up there, and a guy on the back left.
You have to get headshots or else it gets triggered and everything goes wrong.
Right. I mean, of course, you can still beat it, but it gets way harder because then they all know you're there.
Especially the guy on the box. If you don't kill the guy on the box, he will hide there the entire time. And it took us quite a few times to find out that he actually stays there and does not pop out again.
Yeah, he'll wait for you to be just about to move on, then he'll just jump out and shoot you.
Which can sometimes take 5 or more minutes, depending on how many people are coming out.
And also, there was one other guy up at the top where I am now, so I just waited for him to come down and got him. But I'm up here giving Acid basically sniper support with the Scar, because there's kind of a lot of blind spots when you're on the ground, and I'm pretty safe up here, and I'm keeping him safe, so it works out. I'm going to look right there, because most of the time somebody will pop out after he kills that guy to the right, who's also usually there.
You really have to be careful while watching to the right, because he's hiding basically where a post is, so unless you know that he's there, he can very easily just look like the post.
Right. Also, as far away from him as we are, he's really hard to see on thermals. You might not be able to see him at all, so you gotta kind of know if he's there, really deliberately look when you play that.
Other than that, on the left side of the train it will be very busy. You'll usually get 3 to 8 sometimes people there.
Now, there's a guy to the right of Acid that I can't see when I'm hiding, so I'm going to have to break from cover just to drop that guy. But again, that's why I'm up here, because I'm basically safe, and it gives me a way better view of everything. So now Acid's going to hold on that box while I move up. And again, this is a very tricky part. You can kind of lose an enemy in the train section, And if that happens, you just like back up so they can't get behind you, and then just wait and try to find them really slowly.
Now this part right here, we've done it a few different ways, but we found out this one works the best
Consistently.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot that guy up the window, and a lot of times he'll try to rappel down, so just take him out. But then that'll kind of trigger a lot of people. And if you're still up where I was when I shot that guy,
You want to walk back.
you're gonna be done.
Yeah.
So just kind of move back. I think Acid stayed where he was, and I'm just on the I'm on the boxes behind him.
Yeah. The boxes that the guy on the right is on is really very good for every kind of position that you want to have right now.
So just hold this until it's clear, because if you try to move up on the stairs, you're gonna have people in front of you and behind you. And you'll see in a second why the stair section is pretty difficult. Alright, so now that we're clear, Acid's gonna move up again, provide some more cover.
There's a doorway over there that you want to look into. That's where everybody to the right comes out of. So you want to check and make sure that's clear. And then the rappels all the way in the back. And then the stairs. And then if all of those are clear, then you can move up.
Alright, so now when you're going into this room, check really slowly, see if there's anybody in there. Then I'm going to hide down behind this computer desk, because when those two guys run out, they can't see me. And they basically just line up when they stop there, and I can take them out. Now we're going to head in this left hallway. I'm going to kind of be the point man, and Acid's watching back, because they will flank you, or they will try to in this case.
And they will do this every single time.
So I'm going to wait for them to open that door. Under no circumstances should you open that door, because almost every time there's going to be somebody right in front of you. And then I'm going to hide on this corner and wait for him to come through. There's like 2-3 guys in there. And then Acid's just going to keep watching back as long as there's people coming. And then when I move up, he's going to move up a little bit. Be careful in this locker room, like around that corner and that doorway I'm looking at, because a lot of times there'll be somebody in there. And then again in this snack room kind of thing. Just take it slow. Use a lot of cover.
This is probably the hardest point of the level, just because there's a way to get behind you, and there's billions of ways to get to the ways to get behind you.
This whole sequence of rooms is really tricky. Especially where we're about to go. It's kind of like a intersection between all of them.
Yeah.
Right where Acid's looking.
There's basically a 4-way stop, and you can only look 2 ways.
Right. So I'm just going to run in there. All those doors are still closed. If they're open, obviously you're going to have a lot more problems. But now they just opened that. So I'm just going to take cover on this. Get some blind fire. And now I'm going to get to use some frags and smokes. See, there's a lot of guys coming in there. I'm going to throw a frag back and get a nice triple. Then there's one other guy in that room, and a smoke's going to help me with that guy. Now we're down to 2, and this guy's one of them. So with that smoke, you can just move in, take him out without too much danger. And then the last guy is down with the trains. And you can spend some time looking around for the last person, but that guy happened to shoot at us, which was his biggest mistake. So, like a lot of levels, really watch your corners. Watch where you're taking cover, because there's a lot of uneven surfaces that you can hide on and be exposed still. So just really pay attention. That's about it.